Hey guys, I know it's not the end of March yet, so technically I shouldn't be doing a March favorites video yet, but we're over halfway through the month, so I feel like it shouldn't really matter at this point. I don't think my favorites are going to change over the course of the next like 9 days or how many are left in this month. So since we're over halfway through the month, I think it's okay to go ahead and film this video, and you know, it don't matter really. So I'm gonna start with like hair care and skincare stuff this month. And if you're new to my channel, I don't do favorites videos every month. I just do them every once in a while. So, the first thing is a hair care product. This is the Chi Silk Infusion. This is like the tiny little 2 fluid ounce size, and honestly, this has lasted me so long. This has lasted me like over a year, I think. I don't use it every single day. My hair would just get too oily too fast if I did that. I use it once a week, and I can tell a difference when I use this and when I don't, because when I decide to skip out on it, I can tell that my hair doesn't feel as soft, and it's usually got some more like snags and knots in it than usual. And this I really like this. I'm sure that this is probably bad for your hair. I'm sure there's a bunch of chemicals in here, but it makes my hair feel really good, and I really like this. And like I said, this has lasted me forever, even though it's just a tiny little bottle. Next thing is the Macadamia Healing Oil Treatment. This is the 0.34 fluid ounces, and again, teeny tiny little bottle, and it's lasted me forever. Though I am almost out. I'm down to like here. So this is going to run out on me soon. But again, I just use this once a week. I don't use it every single day. And this, I don't know if this is what's making my hair so soft and tangle-free. I think it's the Chi, but I do like the smell of this, and these two products seem to work really well together, so I've always just used them together. It's got a very vanilla smell to me, and for both of those I use like probably a quarter size amount, because the longest layers of my hair go all the way down to my hips, so I have very long hair, and I actually do like need that much to get some distributed throughout all of my hair. Last thing is the Josie Maran, I think is how it's pronounced, Josie Maran or Maran, and this is the 100% argan oil. And you guys, this is down to here, and I have used this so much. I don't use this on my hair, I use this on my face. And this is like a freaking miracle product. I didn't think it was gonna do that much, but it makes your skin baby smooth. I usually I use this once a week or once every 2 weeks, it depends. I'm kind of trying to save it because this is a more expensive product, but I usually put it on a couple hours before I go to bed, because when you first put it on, it does make your skin feel a little bit kind of like oily and greasy. So if I put it on in the morning and then had it on all day, I'd constantly be touching my face and feeling like I was greasy and just feeling kind of yucky. So I usually put it on a couple hours before I go to bed, and then when I wake up in the morning, my skin is super smooth. It doesn't stay oily. When I wake up in the morning, my skin's like normal, except it's like really soft and smooth, and I just love this stuff. And I only need, the reason this has lasted me so long is because I only need 2 drops of it to do my entire face. A little bit goes a long way with this stuff, and one time, like the first time I used it, I used like 3 or 4 drops, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is way too oily and greasy. So I only need 2 drops to do my entire face, and that's more than enough, and I love that stuff. So yeah, moving on to beauty products. The first one is one that I actually don't have in here to show you now that I'm looking at my table of stuff. It is the Mary Luminizer by The Balm. It's a gold highlight. It's really pretty, and it just gives you that really like luminous kind of glow. Really pretty. Okay, moving on. This is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion, the original one. And I've had this for quite a while, but I kind of stopped using it for a while just because I kind of forgot that I had it. I actually didn't even have it in the drawer with the rest of my makeup collection, and so I had completely forgotten about the fact that I had it. And I started using it again recently, and it makes a huge difference. The eyeshadows are so much more vibrant when I use this. I don't really have any problems with creasing, so I haven't really noticed whether it helps with creasing or not, but lots of people say that it does. And with me, it makes them more vibrant and show up more, and it just makes them look better in general. I don't know what is in this stuff, but whatever they use, it's working. So next thing is this is the CoverGirl Lash Blast Fusion Mascara, the one that's in the purple tube. Let me just say, the only thing that I don't like about this mascara is that the tube is huge. Seriously, they could downsize a little bit. But the reason that I like this is because it doesn't flake on me. I've said before that mascaras flake on me like crazy, so much so that they usually create like little black shadows like right down here under my bottom lash line from where they flake, and that just doesn't look attractive. It looks like you haven't slept in days when you have black rings under your eyes like that, and this one doesn't do that. So that's why I really like this. I have tried the Maybelline mascaras before. I don't really care for them because the formulas are too wet for me. They're just too wet and goopy for my taste. And this is a drier formula mascara, so that's why I really like this. So I highly, highly recommend that. Next thing is my Nivea Lip Butter in Raspberry Rose Kiss. This stuff smells so good. I can't get over the smell. Like, it's just so good. It smells like raspberries, obviously, a little bit, but it mostly smells like roses. Like, the main scent is roses with a little bit of a fruity raspberry smell in there. I love how it smells. I love how it feels. I don't think it really conditions long term. Like, as soon as it's off your lips, I feel like my lips are dry again as soon as it's rubbed off. But while it's on your lips, they feel really smooth. So, I do like wearing that when I want to wear just like a good smelling lip balm, and when I want something that really works, I'll use like my baby lips or just regular chapstick or something like that. And my last beauty favorite is, I just got this like a couple days ago. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Eyeshadow Trio in the color Walking on Eggshells. I'm sure you guys have seen this a million times before because everyone talks about this. And I can tell you this right now, I already love it. And I don't know what it is, but I never bought this before because every time I looked at it, I just didn't think that the colors were anything special. But I went ahead and bought it because, you know, it's cheap, and I was like, everyone loves this. I want to try it out and see what it's all about. And I'm wearing it today, though I doubt that my lighting is good enough that you guys can tell. I'm also wearing the CoverGirl Lash Blast Fusion Mascara. And, I don't know what it is, but the packaging on this, when you look at the eyeshadow colors through the plastic casing, they don't look that pretty. But as soon as you open it up, these colors are just like beautiful. I don't know what it is, but they've all got this kind of like pearly finish to them. It's just, it creates a really pretty natural eye, and I don't know what it is, but as soon as I opened it up, I was like, oh, these are so pretty. I don't know what it is, but the plastic lid that they have on this, it dulls down the colors or something when you're looking through it at the eyeshadow, so they don't look nearly as pretty as they are when you're looking at it through the casing. Okay, so on to fashion favorites. I only have a couple. I have 2 bracelets here. This is the Dream bracelet that I showed in my Christmas haul. I've worn it a few times, but I've been wearing it like crazy this past month. I've just been wearing it a whole lot more this month, and I almost always wear this bracelet with it. It's a skull bracelet, and this is like the best thing ever. I got this at Claire's, by the way, and the lady said that whenever they get a shipment of these skull bracelets in, they sell out like crazy, and I just think this is like the coolest thing. And some of them have like different variations, so they all look a little bit different, like different colored eye sockets and stuff like that. I just saw this and I was like, have to have it. Like, freaking love it. So, and the last fashion favorite is, oh my gosh, you guys, love these shoes. These are by the brand Wanted, and they're sneaker wedges. I wanted a pair of sneaker wedges for the longest time, and these are actually really high. They are 3.5 inches, I'm pretty sure. But they're actually comfortable because they're sneaker wedges. And they have like the fleur-de-lis right there. And the straps that go across and buckle over here are actually kind of like spiky looking, and so there's like 3 of the straps, and when they're all buckled, you have this kind of like spiky looking shoe. It's the coolest thing. It looks badass, but it's still girly at the same time, and that is the type of fashion that I love. So I love those shoes to death. They are a size 5.5. I would have preferred a size 6.5, but they were sold out in that size, so I had to choose between a 5.5 or a 7, and they fit like a glove, meaning that if my feet were any bigger, they wouldn't have fit in these shoes. But that must be a big truck going down the road because I can hear it. But yeah, so they fit well, and I'm glad that they fit, because I mean, if my feet had been any bigger, they would not fit in those shoes. Okay, last thing is my random favorites. I'll start with the most boring and kind of weird item. This is the Clear Eyes Redness Relief Eye Drops. I know that's kind of a weird thing, but I've been using these a lot this month. For some reason, my eyes have been really kind of like red and irritated lately. And using these just feels really good, even if your eyes aren't irritated, if they just feel like they need to be refreshed, because I'm an insomniac and I'm always up late, and so these really help too when my eyes are just irritated from lack of sleep. When you put them in, they feel, you know, they're kind of cold. They're colder than your body temperature, so the coolness itself helps, you know, just that. But these really help, and they seem to do a good job of depuffing and just kind of helping soothe your eyes. Next thing, this is a constant favorite, but I'm still going to throw it in here anyways because I don't have these all the time. Sour Patch Kids. Like, does anyone on earth not like these? I don't think so, because these are the bomb. And they were 99% perfect before. And then they started including the blue flavor in the regular Sour Patch Kids. Before, you could only get the blue flavor in the extreme kind. Now, they're 100% perfect. I love the blue. I love blue raspberry. It's one of my favorite flavors, along with cherry. And now that it's in the regular Sour Patch Kids, My soulmate has been found, you guys. My taste buds have been like burned off my tongue from the acid in these because I've been eating so many of these. It's bad. Yeah, it's an addiction, and it's like I have to eat them even though it hurts my tongue at this point. Yeah. Okay, so moving on to the lot. You guys, so cute. And I got this for Valentine's Day. My mom actually got this for me. This is a little pink octopus with polka dots. It's so cute. And the thing is, though, is I don't know if this is a boy or a girl, because it's pink and it has pink sparkly eyes, as you guys can see, but the name tag says Ollie. And I'm pretty sure that Ollie is a boy's name. It says, among the pink coral I like to hide in the blue ocean just under the tide. Birthday is January 31st and all that. And I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. So if you guys could tell me that, that would be big help. Yeah. And, one more favorite. I can't believe I almost forgot this. The necklace that I'm wearing right now, you guys, this is my first ever designer piece of jewelry. And I'm going to get a little bit closer so you guys can see. I don't know if I'm in the frame or not. I totally can't tell, but, oops, sorry. Didn't mean to get my hair in there, but, this is a heart necklace that looks like it's made out of pixels. I don't know if you guys can see the glitteriness of it, but I am totally in love with this necklace. This is from Juicy Couture, and it's my first ever piece of designer jewelry. And what actually surprised me is that it's actually pretty heavy. Like, I expected it, I expected it to have a little bit of weight to it, but not this much. I mean, it's not because it's, like, made out of real gold or anything like that. It was only, like, 50 bucks. But, and you guys, this thing, out in the sunlight, this thing sparkles brighter than a disco ball. I mean, it is blinding, which I like. I like to be flashy, so I like that. But the reason that I chose this is because for my birthday, my boyfriend, the gift that he made me, he had actually drawn hearts on it that looked like they were made out of pixels. And when I saw this pixel heart necklace, I just thought of that birthday gift, and I was like, it's something for me to wear that reminds me of him, so it's kind of like something for both of us, sort of. I don't really know. But, so, yeah, I'm totally in love with this. So, yeah, leave your March favorites in the comments below, and my giveaway is still open for like one more week, I think. So, yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.